Hey friends, it's Gardener Sydney here and we are back out in the garden. I'm so happy to see all of you again and look at new science things this new year. So today and for a few weeks, we are going to be thinking about builders. Specifically, we are going to be thinking about animal builders. But before we think about animal builders, I want to think about what we build. So let's look around the garden and see what we've built and think about why we've built it. Looking at our Morse School garden, I see a lot of things we've built. I see our pots, I see garden beds, I see a hoop house, and I even see garden sheds. So let's start back there. Walking to our sheds, we can still see some snow. Here are our garden sheds, so let's open them up and think about why we built them. In our garden shed, we have a lot of things, and I think we've looked at some of them before. We have things like watering cans, garden tools, some signs for our garden, and more. My question for you is, why did we build this garden shed? Why do we keep our tools in here? Could we just keep our tools out lying around? Could we just leave them propped up against our school building right here? If we could, why aren't we doing that? So what is the purpose of having this place for all of our different gardening things? Here's another thing we have built on our garden shed. Anyone have a guess what this is? This is an insect house. So it has all of these little holes that insects can live inside. We are back at our garden. I want to look at our garden beds. Why do we build them? What is the point of having our raised garden beds? And why do we put in the work to put them here? We have some over there, some right here. I know that we use our raised garden beds to grow food. There's not anything growing right now. Right now it's just a lot of winter rye so that we can prepare for the summer. But we have built these things so that we can eat more food that grows right here at the Morse School. So I'm wondering if animals build things to help them get food. But we have one more thing to look at. And that thing is our hoop house. So we've looked at our hoop house a little bit, but let's look at it more closely. It has these plastic ribs that make the outline of our hoop house. It has these clips that hold our plastic sheeting onto our hoop house. And it has some attachments on the side of our garden beds. Let's look inside to think more about why we have hoop houses. All right, let's go inside. Wow. Looking inside of our hoop house, there is so much growing in here. We have our lettuce, our pak choi. I'll take some of that home. Some more crops, even some herbs. We're able to grow all of this stuff in our hoop house even during the winter. It is still growing and gonna be ready for us to eat. So why do we build things like a hoop house? We talked about why we build our garden shed. All right, so we are gonna think more about animal builders today. And before we go back and do that, I'm gonna get some pak choi to take home and make a delicious meal out of. All right, I got some lovely pak choi, a little bit of arugula to take home to eat. All right, and I will see you all soon. I cannot wait to talk more about animal builders. Bye, friends.